asked me where I was. No comment. Sorry.
Gino.
How's everybody?
Good.
All right.
Other
Gino,
than impatient.
You can make an opening statement and then.
Yeah. I just told the guys I thought that was about as complete game as I can recall in midweek games. Last year we were 9-3 in midweek games, but we blew some leads. We got ahead early, and we let teams get back in the game. And it was good to see us get up and kind of close it out and finish the game. I thought it was just a complete game. We pitched well. We played good defense. No errors again, which I think that's happened a few times so far in the 4 games, which is good. And we swung the bat well. So all in all, very happy. Good to get that game behind us now and focus on this weekend.
Gino, speaking of this weekend, obviously number 1 versus number 2, everybody's obviously excited about it. They've pretty much owned the series the last decade or so. Can you speak to that and maybe just the importance of winning a series against Florida for the program?
Well, yeah, they have. They've had our number, certainly, but we're not thinking about that. We felt like last year we went to Gainesville and we won the first game and we were up late in the second game by 3 runs, if I'm not mistaken, and we blew the lead. And we were up in the Sunday game and blew that too. So, again, we got to finish. We got to concentrate. First game's the most important game. I feel good about our team. I'm sure they feel good about their team. We obviously want to play well against the Gators. I know our guys are excited. They're about as excited as they can get once we, I told them, okay, now let's get ready for the Gators when this game was over. And you can tell they're pumped. I think it's going to be a great series. I think it's going to be excellent for college baseball. I'm thinking the crowds here will probably be as good as they've been in a long time, which is good for us. We need to get back to having great crowds here, and I know we're looking forward to it.
What's it like when you have those crowds? I've been to a lot of those games. What's the atmosphere like?
Yeah,
it's
as a former player and of course coach, it's electric. It's certainly the adrenaline kicks a little bit more, and I know the guys certainly, the atmosphere is kind of similar, I guess, to a regional or super regional when you play and you're hosting here, and some of those atmospheres we've had in the past. So that's what makes it really, a lot of fun. So it'll be, again, it'll be, the word that comes to my mind is it'll be electric, and I know our guys will be ready to play.
I guess you've done some scouting already of Florida. Can you say anything about any of their players?
Nah, not really. I think some of the assistant coaches have already been watching video, but I haven't talked to them about any of them because I wanted us to concentrate. For me, with our team, Kent State, but our assistants have started breaking down video of Florida because you got to get ahead of it. There's so much stuff now to watch. Right. You get inundated with so many things. It takes a lot of time. So they started already preparing for that. But, nothing really. I think they're throwing 3 righties, if I'm not mistaken. I know the 2 righties we faced last year. I'm not sure the third guy yet, but they've got guys back. They were similar to us last year because they were pretty young, so they have a lot of returning guys like we do, and I'm sure they have some good young recruits like they always do, just like we do too. And so I think it'll be exciting.
You guys obviously had to make a change once more. Got hurt. Wondering your impression after 4 games, what you think of a new look infield, how they've done.
Well, I mean, you've seen, if you watched our games, we've turned some double plays. And we didn't do that a lot last year. We've played pretty errorless baseball for the most part. We didn't do that last year. Certainly, we all know Freddie's probably our best overall player on our team when you combine all the things that he can do. But if you're going to be if you're really going to be that good a team, you've got to overcome an injury or injuries. That's just the way it is. And if you're really, really good, and I've been a part of some national championship teams where we lost our starting catcher with about a quarter of the season to go, and Russ Jacobson, and we won the national championship in '99 with Greg Lovelady, a walk-on. And Russ Jacobson was a very, very good player in an important position, shortstop, just like Freddie, important position. Villar's done a great job moving over to short. Page has done an excellent job playing second. Made some good plays. We put him over at short late in the game there, and he's very good defensively. He's always been very good defensively. And he's getting an opportunity to play, and he's like any opportunity, take advantage of it, and that's what he's doing, and that's what we have to do if we're going to overcome this. And so far, our guys have handled it well. The day Freddie got hurt, that was a gut-wrenching moment for everybody, starting with me and our entire team. We had to take a deep breath, gather ourselves, and figure out what are we going to do here? Are we going to feel sorry for ourselves, or are we going to pick ourselves up? Because we did have to pick ourselves up. That practice was dead. It was done. And I didn't let it end. I told the coaches, should we stop practice? Should we shut the practice down? Or should we keep going? And my coaches says, no, we got to keep going, man. We got to pull them together and keep going. And somehow we got through that practice. Ended up being a pretty good practice, even though we all knew it wasn't good. What happened to Freddie was not going to probably be good. We prayed that it was not what it was, but it didn't look good. You felt bad. It was not a good one. So the reality is Freddie's not able to play with us. He's still a part of our team, and wish he was with us. But and I know he does too. But we got to move forward.
Was that during just a fielding or?
Yeah, it was a practice. He was running down the line.
He was running.
He was running
For a
down
ball, you mean?
No, he's running from home plate to first base, and there was a little bit of a collision at first, and he came down awkwardly and hyperextended his right knee.
Anything else for Gino?
Yeah, Gino,
Yeah.
you touched that you're pleased about how you played. With that being said, ahead of this weekend, you hadn't been pleased with that they didn't essentially look ahead.
Yeah, I didn't really say that, but yeah, I am. Midweek games are hard, I'm just looking at, Louisville. There's a team that was ranked #1 in the polls. They're doing something. They got 2 of their better hitters that are out. I don't think they're out. They're not out for the year, but they got hand injuries, which can be, but they're out for a little while. And they got beat 10-3 tonight by Wright State. And so midweek games are crazy. And that killed us in 17 and 18. That absolutely kept that regional streak. We weren't an Omaha-type team. I get that. But we were good enough to be an NCAA-type team. But we weren't because we didn't play good in midweek games. Crowds are a little bit smaller, 6 o'clock games. It's in the middle of the school week. It's just a little bit harder to get yourself motivated, and that's our job to make sure that they are. And I will tell you, you're right. We told them on Tuesday when we had our practice, Monday was off, I don't want to hear anything about that team that we're playing this weekend. I don't want to hear anything about it because that 1 and 2 came out and they had the rankings and everybody was already hyping it up, which is great. But our guys, excellent job of staying focused. We had a great practice yesterday, and I thought they were we didn't have a letdown, I don't think, of the one thing and the whole Gator thing. I didn't see that. I don't think anybody did with how we played.
Your take on Alex Farland, just what would you see from him as outing?
Man, I like watching him pitch. He is really talented. I'm sitting there just thinking, I can't wait to see this guy's second and third year, how good this guy can be. He could be a top pick. He's got an electric arm. He's just tapping into what he's doing now. He weighs 185 probably pounds, if I had to guess. He's going to get bigger. He's going to get stronger. He's starting to really, he was a little raw in the fall and even early spring in some outings, but he hadn't shown, I guess there's signs of it. He's a freshman, but he's got a very, very good arm. He's 90, 95. We were just going over the velocities, and his slider was mid-80s, and he's got a great changeup, excellent changeup. So you're excited as a coach when you get guys like that. You're like, oof, this could be really special for 3 years.
So you pitch count with him?
We did.
This weekend. Is that going to be a plan moving forward, or would you like to?
At the time it is. At the time it's something different we haven't done. That's why we didn't really announce anything, because we're kind of trying to, it's been done to us for so many years, and I know as a hitting coach it's frustrating as a former hitting coach that you're seeing a different guy every at-bat. That's tough sometimes, and of course you guys got to pitch and do the right thing. It couldn't have worked out any better for us. We pitch count was on those first 3 guys was basically 40, 45 pitches, I think was their pitch count, and so we were able to get two innings, and then really once we had that big lead, we decided, okay, we're going to go 1-1 all the way through unless something happened crazy. But and so it worked itself out. That's kind of what we're looking to do as we move forward. It also, a couple things it does is it'll make our bullpen deeper on the weekends, and it also allows these guys to pitch, to develop. That's how you get better, and so we're giving more guys opportunities to pitch, and they're doing a good job of taking advantage of it. So it's all in all very good as a coach to see all this happening.
Oh.
I want to say your freshman catcher tonight,
Yeah.
doubled off the wall, just
Yeah.
to see him kind of
Yeah.
Comfortable.
Yeah, his first hit, he played again. Well, we were going to catch him anyways. It was a midweek game. We can't catch Del Castillo every game. And I know we didn't with the Del in that game. He came out with he had cramps in his hamstring, and he's nursing it a little bit. It's good enough to play, but he's still nursing it. He's actually fine catching. He's just running. You just got to worry about a little bit. But Thomas was scheduled to catch. It was nice that he got to catch in that game against Rutgers before this first start here. So he got his feet wet. He can hit. He didn't in the Rutgers game. I know he didn't get kind of the bat head out on some balls, but he did on that one, and that's what we've seen from him since day one. He can really swing the bat. He's a tough kid, great kid. He's getting he's learning at the fly here, man. He's getting a lot of experience as a freshman, which is great. But he will have to catch because you cannot catch We do not want to do that to Del Castillo, and we want to have his bat in the lineup, Del, all the time, and so it's good. It's good to have that. Those guys be able to do that platoon.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Alex Terrell got his first home run. Was that nice to see tonight?
It was. I'm sure Alex is a kid that he can get down on himself very quickly, and so he's a guy that you got to really talk to and mentally make sure he's still in it, and he just gets frustrated. And here's a guy who hit a lot of home runs last year, and so we're only into our fourth game, but I tell you what he did. Coach Lopes worked with him after practice yesterday and worked on, because Alex is a pull guy, and we all know that, but he's got to learn to hit the ball up the middle and the other way. And that ball, he hit the home run, he backspin it to right center, not down the line. It wasn't hooked or anything. And then he hit another ball, if I'm not mistaken, kind of up the middle left center, I think, which is something he hasn't done. He doesn't do very often, but we're trying to get him to do it. It's kind of like Zach Collins was a pull hitter when he first got here. Zach learned to use the whole field, and Zach was hitting home runs all over the place, and Alex can do the same thing. There's no reason why. If he does, he can be very, very dangerous.
And Tony Jenkins got a home run. He's hitting .571 now.
Yeah, he was our player of the game. He 2 hits, I think, 4 RBIs. Nice to see. He's probably pound for pound, he's the strongest guy in our team in the weight room. And, of course, when he hit that ball, that ball jumped off his bat pretty good. But he's our best defensive player in the outfield. We want him to be in our lineup. It's great. He's doing a good job offensively. That's been the thing that's kept him out of the lineup his first couple of years, is just not being consistent offensively enough. But he's earned the right to be the starter. Everybody on the team wants him out there because he's by far and away our best outfielder defensively. And, of course, his speed in the lineup puts pressure on the defense. And, man, if he can just get on base and swing the bat, makes our lineup. We hit him down in the lineup today. We just thought that with a lot of their righties, and they really, we felt like we can go left, and not be a problem. So he hit 8th. He was our MVP of the game, batting 8th.
Anything else for Gino?
Okay, thank you. Sorry I was late. I apologize.
That's good.